The policeman kicked my door in, put handcuffs on me, and went in the bedroom and put handcuffs on me and my son and hauled us off over to the Illinois Masonic Hospital and put me in the crisis center and put him on the 7th floor in the hospital.
When you appealed to us to assist you, you said it appears that your son has been unlawfully and illegally seized by state agencies, and they're allowing things like abuse, rape, and all these different things, and surgeries, right?
And surgeries.
Okay, and you've actually presented this to the courts, and they basically ignored these things.
I presented it to the courts to the judge that's presiding, Judge Ann Collin Dole, which she is a judge in the circuit court. I'm Doris Galloway. I'm Mrs. Doris Galloway. I'm appealing to the public, to all law students, Christians. I'm trying to get assistance and someone helping me to assist me in court. Bear with me because I'm kind of nervous. I never did this before. March 12th, 2011, this has been going on. I have had my identity taken from me, and these women had my name but different faces. So I believe this is why some of the stuff has happened, why the policeman kicked my door in, put handcuffs on me, and went in the bedroom and put handcuffs on me and my son and hauled us off over to the Illinois Masonic Hospital and put me in the crisis center and put him on the 7th floor in the hospital. Lawyer, Mrs. Karen Gross, went to the Daly Center and she applied for legal guardianship of my son, which I went in before her. I appealed. I applied for guardianship, but the judge denied me and gave her right to my son. And when I asked them, she asked me, do I want co-guardianship, but I would be able to see him. But then I said no. So the judge said, since I don't want to participate in what they're doing here in the courtroom, she's going to give my son to the state. So that's how the state got my son, to put him in these 3 group homes. These group homes are filthy, dirty, nasty. They don't take care of my son. He's dirty all the time. He don't get his hair combed until I comb it and wash it. I have to give him a bath. He smells like he's sleeping in a kettle. I call it human abuse. And my son, Alan, when they took him, he was 20 years old, but he soon be 23 years old, December 29th. He's blind, and I can't imagine a judge that would do something like that, would take a woman child from her. And even the guardian, Chief Joyce Walker, came to my home and seeing that my home was decent, that he had a comfortable, loving, nurtured home with everything he needed to make it through life, that I provided that for him. But yet she still went to the courts and put him in group homes. They put him in the hospital when he went through surgery. He went through surgery, eye surgery. The group home leader service that had him left him there for 120 days, which I was there bathing, taking care of him every day, but yet the judge would not let my son come home. So the hospital had to keep him. The University of Chicago had to keep him until they found him another group home. But then they couldn't find him, so they made him go back to that same group home, and that's where the boils began to grow on him, and that's where they did surgery up on his arms. Throughout the years I had him, he never took medication. They gave him medication, and then they put a diaper on him to make him an invalid. That Sunday, I took him home from church. We went to church and I got him ready for a bath. When I took his clothes off of him, he had cement in the diaper. So I didn't know what it was, and I said, who did this, and why is this like this? He hollers, the man. So the first thing I figured, he's been sexual abuse. I don't know no other way. He was a virgin when he loved me. He had no contact of having any kind of sexual activities, or even no nature of any sexual activities. A.F. McKinley group home, which he lives in Asilla over on the west side, 500 East West with other disabled young men. The judge ordered that someone would go and see about what was going on in the facility, but that's not what I ordered. I ordered them to have an independent doctor to check my son out. But yet they let the lady, the woman, Miss Smith, that runs the house, they let her take him to one of their doctors and then came back and told the judge that it was unfounded, which I went to assist living, and the access living told me to call a policeman and then get in touch with the inspector general. By the inspector general being part of the guardian ad litem, and they work in the same facility, human resources, they came to a conclusion after 9 months saying that it was unfounded. So therefore the judge has had another independent person go over and see the facility, still not looking at my son's body, but still looking at the facility. And what I'm saying about my son, the abuse of my son, body is still being ignored by the judge, which we sent pictures to her private, into her chambers. She could see the abuse and the neglect, and she denied it. I'm asking the people to go to moveon.org. I have a petition there that they can sign. When they sign the petition, it will go to Move On, and I believe after I get so many petitions, it will be petitioned in the courts.
Current complaint that you have with the federal government is too complex or too complicated for you to do on your own, and you're needing assistance because you're about to come upon the next deadline in which you know that you're not going to be able to get your complaint in. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, and that's also in the record, right?
That's in the record.
Okay. So basically, you're saying you're appealing to law students, retired lawyers, or anyone from the Christian community to assist you and contact you. At one point in time, in the records we have here, it said that you actually presented a motion, and you presented it to the courts to address human rights violations, and you felt that they were protecting those agencies by not hearing that motion.
Yes, I did. Okay,
so when they eventually did hear that motion, what took place after that? Did they actually deal with that motion?
They didn't hear the motion.
Okay, and you said that judge's name was Ann Collins Doyle. She presided over this whole situation with your son.
Yes, she did.
Okay. Now you said you had an attorney that it appeared that they misrepresented and assisted the state agencies and the courts in obstructing justice. Are you still working with that attorney?
No, I had to fire this attorney. Her name was Ella Douglas.
Okay, and that's in the records. That's in the court records, right?
That's in the records.
Okay, now you said something also about there were like all these different case numbers that was really confusing you. They was actually putting things under different case numbers and to throw you off. And are those cases in the record as well?
Those cases are in the court file.
Okay. Another thing that we saw in your appeal to us is that you said it appears that they've conducted things such as abuse of discretion, abusive processes, and you feel that it is a conspiracy to obstruct justice. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, it says also that you filed with the federal court and you was dismissed like 2 or 3 times. They dismissed your case?
They dismissed my case 3 times.
Now, it also states that you contacted various churches and you started an online petition. So what was the results from that?
Well, the churches said that they couldn't assist me because it wasn't something that they do.
And what about your own church?
My own church was know what was going on. They followed me through the procedures, but yet they say that they don't want to get involved.
Okay, all right. So you received no help from from any of the churches that you contacted?
No help from none of them.
Okay.
Either one. That I would truly like to, for the public and for the churches, the lawyers, law students, because I know law students, you can come together and you can research and you can find loopholes and you can find out who conspired and who did what to bring it to where it's at today, where my son is at today. Thank you. And your help would be appreciated.